This issue of culture class, of separating culture from religion, of trying to separate essential Islam from culturally based interpretations of Islam, is a central issue among that 75% of Muslims in America that are invisible. And there are many cultural issues that they bring up. I don't have time to delineate them all, but of course you can imagine what's on the top of their list, the issue of the roles of men and women. They have doubts about Islam because they see Islam as subjugating women. They tell stories of how they were kicked and thrown out of the mosque because they wanted to attend the Friday prayer and not be shunted to some small, dingy, dark room in the back where a couple of other ladies are stranded, where they don't even get to see the speaker. And they have to sit in some closet somewhere listening to the Friday prayer. They tell me these kind of stories. How they fought bravely and maybe with a couple of other sisters and resolutely until they were practically almost bodily thrown out, or at least threatened that way. And so they stopped going. And their connection to the community ended right there. I remember when I was back in San Francisco, we had 4 female students converting to the religion. They almost did it as a team. They started attending the nightly prayer because they loved to hear the Quran recited. Well, several men in the masjid went berserk. What? Ladies in the mosque? One man got so irate that he threatened in front of the entire community with the ladies present that if any more women were to show up in the mosque, he was going to throw them out bodily. The ladies didn't want to be the center of controversy. They stopped coming to the mosque. 3 of those ladies aren't Muslims today. Women are denied positions of influence in our community. You're not allowed to let your opinion and voice and perspective be heard. Community decisions, they complain, are made almost entirely by men. The women's voice is not heard, except among their fellow women. Women converts, what they tell me is that they're treated like second-class citizens in the Muslim community. Should be a concern to us. What are we doing to communicate that perception? I'll tell you right now, a male convert doesn't feel the same, especially if he is white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Anglo-Saxon, male. He doesn't feel the same. The day I became a convert, it was as if an angel came down from the heavens. There were tears flowing from people's eyes. Brothers were hugging me left and right. People were stopping me in the halls, congratulating me. Some people were kissing my hand. They couldn't keep their hands off me. And somebody said to me, "Oh, brother, if I could only bring you to my country and they could see you with your blonde hair and blue eyes and white skin and your American accent." I don't know, what is this business of this color obsession? If I was what, a black American, and you drag me in front of that audience, they'd be less impressed? But back to the women converts. They claim that they are the subject of derision. They're ignored. They're disrespected. They're marginalized, disenfranchised, ostracized from their own community, that they are not given equal status with other members of the committee. A student and her mom came to the mosque to learn about this great religion they heard about. They heard a great speech about Islam, and they were so turned on to this idea that they wanted to go to the mosque, mother and daughter, to learn more about it. They arrived at the Islamic Center. The brother opened the door to see 2 smiling ladies standing in front of them, and he slammed it in their face. And he was quite proud of that. He was bragging about it later. I only brought up one cultural issue. There are other cultural issues as well, which I don't have time to go into.